Hi, I'm Daniel Sparks. I'd like to share with you for a few minutes about various editions of the 1662 Book of Common Prayer. Occasionally, I receive questions about various editions of the prayer book that are available on the market today, and so I thought I would take time to give you a little information about those editions. I'd like to start off first with a paperback edition of the prayer book. This is published by Penguin. It is a Penguin Classics Deluxe Edition. It was published in 2012 to commemorate the 350th anniversary of the 1662 prayer book. And this is a good quality paperback edition. It retails for $22 and it is a regular print type. It's very easy to use, to read, very light, easy to hold. And if you want a paperback edition, I would certainly recommend this as a good option. The next thing I would like to mention is the standard edition. This and all the others I'm about to show you are published by Cambridge University Press. And this is the standard edition. This is a red hardcover. It also comes in blue and black hardcovers and in a black leather edition, which has a single ribbon marker. Now, the hardcover editions do not come with ribbon markers. I've added these to my copy. Now, for those folks in the United States, you may be intimidated by the size of this book. It's rather small. Let me show you how it compares to the paperback version. You see, it's a lot smaller. This is a normal sized book in the US. So this is a small volume. But what I want to point out to you is that this is regular size print, regular print text in this book. So if you're concerned about the size of this book, that it may be too small for you to read, you should not be concerned about that. In fact, this book with regular print has the same as this. This is virtually the same size of text. The only difference would be the line spacing is a little less here, so there are more lines on a page or per inch than here. And in this book, there's a lot more white space in the layout. But they are actually just about exactly the same size print. I have here a vest pocket New Testament. And you can see a vest pocket New Testament is just about the same size as a 3x5 index card. Just a little, maybe a quarter-inch difference in the height. And look at the size here. So this is roughly a 4x6 book, just shy of that, but it is larger than the vest pocket New Testament. And the text is certainly different. Again, this is regular print, and this is not quite regular print in the New Testament. You can see the difference in the text size. If you go into a parish in England that uses the 1662 Book of Common Prayer in services, this is the book that you will find in the pews for use with the service, the standard edition from Cambridge. Now, Oxford University Press also publishes a volume about the same size, almost identical to this. It's not widely available throughout the world as much as the Cambridge editions are. And you should note that the pagination is different between the Cambridge edition and the Oxford edition. There are some difference in the typeface and things of that nature that lead to different pagination. You should also know that this edition from Penguin and all of the Cambridge editions have different pagination also, different page numbers. So if you have a group of folks or you're using the prayer book in your church, you want to make sure that they're all the same page numbers. So I would suggest the Cambridge editions. All of the Cambridge editions, with the exception of one, which I'll show you momentarily, all of them use the same page numbers. The hardback editions, hardback versions of the standard edition will cost about $20 list price. And the leather of the same size book, leather standard edition, will cost you about $65. And I'm giving you US dollars. If you find regular print just a little bit too small, what I would recommend to you is the enlarged edition. This is the exact same text of the Cambridge edition. It's simply in larger print. And you can see that there is a difference. Let me get the standard edition back over here and I'll hold them up together. And you can see there's a difference in the text size. The standard edition on bottom, the enlarged edition up top. And you see there's a difference in the size due to that. And this is pretty close to a regular size book in the US. You see these are pretty close in size. This would be very close to the size of pew Bibles and hymnals if you have those. And it would be easy, comfortable reading for most parishioners in a church, including those who might have difficulty reading regular print. Now I want to show you something else before I move on. This is only available in a hard copy maroon cover. It runs about $30. And there is a leather-bound edition of that also, but it's not currently available. I'm not sure if Cambridge intends to make it available again sometime soon, but we'll keep an eye out for that. Another thing I would like to show you is a combination prayer book and King James Version Bible that is published by Cambridge, also Common Prayer Holy Bible. This is a black leather edition. It also comes in a deep purple leather and a hardback edition. The hardback, if I recall correctly, is about $50, $60, and the leather editions are about $130 list price. I will tell you that in the prayer book portion of this combination book, you have the standard, you have the enlarged edition of the text. So it's easy on the eyes, easy to read for those who may not be able to read regular print. The King James Version that's part of this volume does not include the Apocrypha. None of these three prayer book and Bible combinations, either the black leather, the purple leather, or the hardback, they do not include the Apocrypha. So if you're looking for that, you will not find it. And something that's rather disappointing about this is that the King James Version text is rather small. I would say that's smaller than regular print. With that said, I noticed over the last several years that Bible publishers, for their regular print, their text size is getting smaller and smaller for regular print. And I don't really understand why that is, because it would seem that things need to go the opposite direction. Now, this is okay for me to read. I typically carry this when I'm traveling, and the Bible is smaller than I would like, but it is passable for my needs. If you find the enlarged edition is still not quite large enough for you, if you have some vision problems, I would recommend the desk edition. Now, the desk edition is intended for use by clergy. You can put this on the table or on the desk, and it's nice large print, extra large. It's easy to read at a distance. And if you have vision problems and you need something that's larger than normal, I would suggest this. This is a hardback edition. It's only available in this blue hardback. It weighs a couple of pounds maybe. So, if you carried a Bible and this to church with you, you would not feel like you have a heavy load. This would be usable without difficulty. And then the last edition I want to share with you is the giant print edition. This actually comes in 3 volumes. And it says right there on the front, giant print. It comes in 3 volumes. This is the volume that has the services, morning and evening prayer, Holy Communion, and so on. There's a volume with the appointed lessons and collects for the day, for the Sundays. And there's a volume with the Psalter. As you can see, the text of this book is very easy to read. So if you have significant vision problems, this would be very helpful to you. And if you just wanted to carry something to church with you to follow the liturgy of the services, Volume 1, the services book, would be very helpful to you. Maybe you would like to have the other volumes at home for use at home and just carry this one to church. It's not very heavy, it's not very bulky, but it gives you giant print text that you can easily follow along with. You should note that this hardcover giant print edition has different pagination than all the other Cambridge editions of the prayer book. And I think the reason for that is simply for mechanics of layout with the giant print. They could not match the pagination. But if you are familiar with the prayer book and just want to follow along with the text of the service, you can easily do that by simply turning over to, say, morning prayer. It's not going to be on page 1 as it is in the other editions, but you can follow along very easily in the service. So I've shared with you about 6 prayer book editions. You have the giant print, you have the desk edition, you have the enlarged edition, and the standard edition of the Cambridge books. And you see each one is a little larger than the other. You also have the combination prayer book and King James Version Bible. And you also have the standard edition in a leather binding. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I'll try to put some photos out also where you can see the text side by side for regular print, enlarged print, extra large, and giant print. Also, if you need a paperback, don't forget this one. I will tell you, at a $22 list price versus a $20 or a $30, I think the better value is over here with the Cambridge editions, but maybe you just need a lot of paperback versions to be economical, and this is certainly workable for that, certainly handy for that purpose. Thank you for watching. Please visit us at confessinganglicans.com.